For your summative grade, you're going to open a separate tab, type in My Umble, click My Umble, scroll down to the very bottom, and click on SketchUp. This is a 3D program that allows us to build our home. Now you're going to use the blueprints right here on the left side to build it. So once you're on it, you're going to click on Sign in with Google, click your school email, and you will click these three lines at the top, go to Home, Create New, start with Simple Template, Feet and Inches, click on the Untitled, type in your name and Tiny Home, press OK. You're going to pick a folder to save your model in, press Select. Okay, so here is the 3D model, some buttons to help you. We have the orbit that allows you to move around. There's the hand that allows you to move the screen, and then the wheel on your mouse allows you to zoom in and out. So to get started, let's look at the model here. Let's start at the front wall at 15 feet. We're going to make sure we use the red line right here. Grab your pencil, and you're going to make sure you're at the red. If the red doesn't appear, that means click on the pencil again, click on the orbit, and let's see if we can move to where the red line will appear. While you are also drawing your line, you also have to look right here for the length. Remember, it's 15 feet wide, so here's the red. I'm going to go 15 feet, right about there. Click on it and write that number down. We want to be exact as possible. So that's 15 feet, 1 is 7/16 inches. Let's look at the right wall, which is at 20 feet. So if you don't like that line, just click on the pencil again. So here we go. We can do the click on the endpoint. Now we're looking at the green. We said 20, what was it, 20 feet. Perfect. Let's look at the back wall, which is at 15 feet. And we're going to take that number that you wrote down, or I wrote down, which was 15 feet, 1 and 7/16 inches. And this time we're going to make sure it's red. So here we go, 15. Perfect. Now, if you notice there's these green dots that appear, that means that is a perfect in line with the front wall. So we're going to click on that, and we're going to go out and click on this endpoint. This will allow for the floor to be shaded in. That's what we want to see, is a complete shade. If it's not shaded, you guys, that means your lines did not connect, and you have to go back and redo that. So make sure it lines up. Now let's go ahead and look at the walls. Now on the left side of the house, it is 8 feet tall. So we get our pencil, click on the left side, and we're going now blue to line up with the blue line that's moving up, and 8 feet. There's 6, 8. There we go. Let's click that, and let's write that line. Now, if you accidentally move, it's okay. Click on the arrow, and you could click on the line, right-click, click on the information, and let's write that number down, because we want to make sure the back wall is also at 8 feet and 1 3/4 of an inch. Click X. Let's move the orbit around to the back wall. Pencil. Now, if we're lucky, you're going to see a line. You see that green line that appeared, and it's also blue at the same time. Let's click on there, and that means SketchUp has already done the hard part for us in lining everything up, and there's your wall. Let's go to the back. On this side, it's 11 feet. Right wall is 11 feet. So let's go ahead, get our pencil. This time we're going 11 feet. That's 9, Let me zoom out. It's not going to work. Let me get my hand and move this down a little. That's much better. So 11. Okay, perfect. We have 11 feet is 7 1/8 of an inch. Let's write that down so we can make sure that the front wall is also 11 feet and 1/7 of an 8 inch. Now, if we're lucky, that green line will come up right there. That's all we need to do, you guys. And there's your wall. Let's go ahead and look at the front of the house. It's going to be easy to put the front wall up. Let's look at the back of the house. That will also be easy. Beautiful. Now, as you can see, the roof went ahead and filled in. Make sure you press save. Now, let's go ahead and look at the roof. Is 1.5 feet bigger than the building. So to do that, we're going to get our line. Start right here, 1.5 feet. Let's zoom in a little bit. Perfect. We're going to write that number down. Disappeared on me. It's okay. I can right click on it. I'm going to write that number down. 1 foot 5 9/16. Just in case we need it. We have it. If we're lucky, that green line came up, so we're going to end at that point, and it fills in your roof. We're going to do this little corner first. So we come out 1.5. Perfect. It's green. We're going to click to end it. Let's click from one end to the other for the diagonal. And when you come out, the red and the green line up. So we're going to go ahead and click that point right there. Okay, so if it doesn't appear, I'm going to move it. Let me move this and see if we could get a better angle on it. Okay, let me click the pencil. Click it again because I want it here now. Let's see if it comes up. Are we lucky? It did come up before, so let me go ahead and try this again. Let's see. Come on, come on. There it goes. There it goes. Perfect. I have my red and my green. There we go. Okay, finally. So now, let's look on this side. So let's again look at this line right here. Let's right click on info, 1/5 and 15 over 16 of an inch. That's how we want it on this side as well. Oh, the line appears for us. So let's go ahead and click on that and see if it works. Awesome, it works. Let's orbit around, work on this side of the house. Let's again work on this corner first. 1/5, 7 16. I saw the green line for a moment. Perfect. Perfect. Fill that in. All right, there we go. Let's see if it matches. Perfect. The green light comes on. So I'm going to click from that point, and it gives us that roof. Now remember that the house is going to have a patio. And so the difference between the right wall and the left wall, 25 minus 20 is 5. So the roof is going to come out 5 feet. So let's go ahead. This is the front of the house. We're going to make sure it is 5 feet wide. So move my house a little like that. Play with it. Here we go. Select my pencil. 5 feet, you guys, 5 feet. Right there, perfect. Write that number down so we could do it on the other side. Uh-oh, it disappeared. It's okay. Right click. We had 5 feet, 1 3/16 of an inch. So we get our pencil on this side. Let's come from this point. Hey, we're lucky, which we're not. Let's redo this again. 5 and 1 3/16. Okay, so make sure it's on the green. 5, and we had 1 3/16. Let's stop right there. It's not perfect, but what we can do is get back our arrow, right click, and let's type that in. So we have 5 feet, 1 inch, 3/16. So let's change that 4 to a 16, press enter, and it's going to adjust it for you. So when we go and connect this roof, it will match. And so before we do that, let's go ahead and do this corner right here. We're going to click on one endpoint to the other. And if we're lucky enough, we'll have those dots come and guide us. Try it again. Perfect right there. So it fills in that side of the roof. Now we're going to go from one end to the other. Fills that side of the roof. So all we have left is this corner. One end to the other. And if we're lucky enough, we will get this part filled in. So let's start from this point to this point. Okay, let's go back. Let's start from this point to this point, and then perfect. There we go. So now you have your roof. Now to make things look a little bit prettier, let's see if we can erase any of these lines. If we can, awesome. If we can't, don't worry about it. Sometimes you will see the roof disappear. In that case, just kind of go back. But it looks like that's all the lines that we will be able to erase, just so it looks pretty. Let's see if we can erase that one. No. Okay, and so there's your house, you guys. Congratulations. I'm so proud of you. Oh, look what happened here. Let's go ahead and connect that wall. For some reason, we must have forgot to connect that wall. There you go, you guys. Press save. Thank you. If you have any questions, please press stop and rewind, or you can ask our project managers. Thank you.